What's going on, beautiful body people? It's the greatest rapper in all of known existence. Your boy JusJrdn here with Rap Reacts, and today we got a request. Shout out to the homie Jeff. We are, for the first time, gonna be listening to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. This name. Now, um, there's two people in my life. So shout out to the homie Jeff first and foremost. This is going to be kind of my first time really listening to the King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Now, um, I got my brother-in-law is a fan of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and my homie Andy, who's been on the podcast on the channel a few times. There's a playlist with his videos in it. Who also listens to them, and he was telling me about a concert he went to with his brother. I believe it was in Vancouver, and just how cool of a concert it was and the experience. And I may have listened to a track from them before, but I can't really recall. So I'm chalking this up as my first listen through with them. And shout out again to the homie Jeff, who is requesting all kinds of stuff, all the Stevie Ray Vaughan stuff requested by Jeff, and now he's on to some King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. So what I've known from reading his comment, I'm sure it's posted somewhere, that these guys are pretty diverse and they crank out a lot of music, which is I think is dope. I think is super dope. If you got people that, you know, as an artist, we hold on to a lot of music, and because it's a whole thing to put out. It's one thing to make a song; it's a whole nother thing to put it out. So to see that this group is putting out so much stuff is pretty cool. I'll stop talking so much though, because this is going to be a longer one. It's a performance video, live on KEXP, full performance. We're probably not going to do the interview portion at the end, but um, we will do these songs, and hopefully they'll get cleared, and we'll put it up. Sipping some orange juice and some coffee this morning. So if you want to get your request for sure on the channel, you can be just like Jeff, and you can donate to the PayPal, and basically it's the highest donation gets there's selected first, and if you do donate, I will for sure get yours, and then but you can just comment what you want to see me react to, and I do go through them, and if I do select yours, I'll shout you out in the video. But without further ado, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let's dive into this. I'm excited. 3, 2, 1.
You're listening to KEXP. We're at 90.3 FM in Seattle, streaming worldwide at kexp.org. I'm Cheryl Waters, and I am standing in a room right now with some of my favorite people in the world. We've got the wonderful KEXP videographers and the band King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Welcome home.
Cheryl. It's good to be back.
It's so great to have you here.
We got the same headphones.
And I actually have to read this off a piece of paper because you released so many records. I can't even keep them straight. You're going to be playing some things from a brand new album out today, Ice, Death, Planets, Lungs, Mushrooms, and Lava.
Holy crap!
I did get that right.
You did. Yeah. I don't even know the name of the album.
I know. Can anyone in the band actually name all the records?
No.
I got $100 right here for anyone who can do it.
Well, I'm going to go if it's $100 you
Probably take up the whole session.
Exactly.
Cheeky.
Well,
this is
without further ado, live on KEXP, it's King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Take it away.
It's just fun to say. What a cool guitar. Sorry, I just gotta fix this. Yeah, hey, yeah. Man, they shredded. Damn, they play it.
Queen of ice, suffice to say, open all in crystal display. Reason wins us, the sun dims, pressure daring limb from limb. Earthborn city stripped away, as the ice queen hypnotically sways. Queen of ice, suffice to say, open all in crystal display.
That was the first song? Wow.
Bad for a bunch of nice guys.
Interesting, man. They got a lot going on. You got 4 people on various guitars and a drummer. Everyone's doing some vocals except the drummer. Wow. Oh, I like this vibe already. Man, they all switching instruments and stuff. Jeez. Getting on, you know what I mean?
I'm in jail, bodies fail. Now it's me and my iron love. Wrapped in iron, breakfast purgatory, negative pressure, endless breath. Wrapped in iron, breakfast purgatory, positive pressure, endless breath. Dancing kind of colored fish, swinging a miss. Dancing with my eyes and lips, can't move my hips. Gotta keep my mind distracted from a swish, swish. Yeah, I'm staying sane and positive, can't crumble like a biscuit. Space shuttle, sail shell, merry-go-round, configure bell, the army tank, ventilator, mechanical bull, respirator, Metallica, coon border, boiling boy upon my organs, center gravity, planet me, give me the mushrooms, time to leave.
I really like this one. Oh. Wow. This is nasty. Wow. Wow. I love this one, man. I love that one, man. These guys are crazy. They are playing their heart out.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard live here in the KEXP studios.
They had an outfit change. Sorry, What a groove, man. That was sick. Holy.
one and the none. Lifts rock, makes stuff. The sun's been hot, the ticking clock. Color top, skin of bone, gift of flesh, exchange carbon on the drill. Drown the earth, tectonic components, season of free blood. Magma essence oozing, molten rock, moving fluorescence, melting off within its presence. Forever creeping luminescence, destroying to invent. Magma god of opposite, a living death, a bathing growth, subterranean web infests my soul. Fire lights, barbaric gifts, praise the return of the untold. Ruin beneath the magma shifts, the return of Chicago. Digging deep, buried hips for a molten god that sits beneath our feet. Pray to this, offering burn in the pit. Legion soul, wellness for a molten god that sits. Going sappos that commit. If we dance in the magma, subterranean tar, skin tar and the neutron star. Legs for ether, that's a weaver, skinny and cleaver, leg for evil.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. Oh my gosh. Ice 5, Iron Lung, Magma, all from a brand new album out today. Ice Death, Planets, Lungs, Mushrooms, and Lava from King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
I'll stop it right there. Wow, what a request that was. Holy man. Okay, let me gather my thoughts here. They were shredding. I understand the hype. I get the hype from watching those three songs. Three songs, 30 minutes. Each song like 10 minutes each on average. And such cool, man. The only other band I can kind of, and I hope this doesn't really, I mean, I don't really care, but I hope this doesn't offend anybody. The only band I can even kind of start to compare this to is the Grateful Dead. And Grateful Dead, I've only heard one song, but I think that song was 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Um, so it's like when you hear a song, you really experience some of the band, anyways. Um, I could only imagine the range in there. I'm gonna have to dive deep. I think Jeff's got a couple other requests. Shout out to the homie Jeff too. For the King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. They like a jam band, and I love it because so much of it's improvised and in the moment, and you just get to see musicians flow and flow, together. And man, they are so the drummer and the bass player just going in the whole time. The grooves they playing, and tasty, but all of them, the vocals, the amount of times they switch in between instruments, the vocals, the lyrics, interesting lyrics. I really like that second song. That second song was my favorite out of the three, Iron Lung. I love that one. I love the vibe. I love how chill it started and where it went. But in that Magma one, all of the songs were, quite long, so I'm getting kind of confused in my head. But I think it was the Magma one. They did some really cool things with the guitar and the detuning the string, and so it created this very full chaotic sound. And then the bass and drums boom boom came back in. It was just, I was like, wow, these guys are masters of their craft. It was so fun to watch. The energy, the emotion, the expression, the drummer, interesting fills and fascinating grooves, and even with the guitars, you got a bass and three guitars going on, and then occasionally some saxophone, and then occasionally some keyboards and some pads. It seemed like the keyboards weren't doing much more other than some pad stuff, but even still, there was that again. I'm going to use the word chaotic. There was some when he was using the saxophone a little bit. There was a couple times where he was really using it to cause some chaos in the track, which is so fascinating. Everyone else was grooving. He's like, very jazzy. Uh, I get it. And if they have so much music and they're, and I think Jeff said it in his comment, so tight as a band. They are so locked in. They know where they're going. They're exploring around. They're looking around while they're getting there. Oh, what talented people. I love me some brass too. I love me anytime you can incorporate a little bit of brass up in there, your boy be loving it. So wow, that was fun. That was I'll kind of wrap this up here too, just so this video is not an hour long. I might even go back and watch this interview just so I can learn some more about them. But wow, great request, my G. Thank you so much. That was fun, and I am excited to dive into some more King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Whew. It's just fun to say their name, man. I love it, and I love the lyrics. I love the. I don't know, man. I get it. I get it. I get the group. I get the net. I get it. Fun, psychedelic rock. We got a little bit. We got just some rock, some groove, some fun. We got a lot in these three songs, and the title of the album. Whew, what a trip that was, man. Talent, beyond talent, and that's what I love to see. We don't always get to see this in music these days, so it's such a treat, and it's so fun, and it's amazing to see people that good and that locked in. Not only are they good players, but you can tell that they play together often just by how locked in they are. So it's just super dope. Great request. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment up. And the greatest rapping off. No, it's your boy JusJrdn here with Rapper Reacts. More love, more success to y'all. Shout out to the homie Jeff, bro.